I bought my daddy a Nerf gun that Christmas, and he thought it was so funny. And look, we had so much fun, and he just sit in his chair and he shoot us
Pop
with a
y'all
Nerf
with it.
gun.
It was entertaining for him, and he was like, man, they really do
Yes.
listen to me.
Yeah.
Welcome to Coffee Talk with the Cajun Mamas. Grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and let's dive into real conversations about life, motherhood, and a little inspiration to brighten your day.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Coffee Talk with the Cajun Mamas, and it is a Father's Day episode.
Oh, fathers.
Or daddies, like we say. We don't say father around here too
No.
much. That's my father. No, that's my daddy.
You know how some people say father?
Yeah,
Like father.
like
That's my father.
or like
you know.
Father Mike or father.
Father. Yeah.
Yeah.
I say father.
Father, whoever, whether
This
you
is
got
our Father's
whether
Day
you got
episode.
a father, daddy, or dad, or a whatever, this is dedicated to them. Okay. But first, we're gonna start off by thanking Gossip Boutique for being our grand sponsor this month. Gossip Boutique, located in Eunice, Louisiana, is your small town boutique with big style. Soon as you walk in, you will see probably so many things that you want. Okay, if you like me, I just want to add to cart. I just give me. Everything is so stylish, so fresh, but it's not just for young people. All ages are gonna be outfitted over there, and size too, like body types. You're gonna be set up over there at Gossip Boutique.
Young girls all the way up to mature women.
Mature women of every age, okay? You can find your next favorite outfit over there, whether it's dressy or casual, or maybe you need something to wear to the football game. You can find it over there at Gossip. And if you're not local to us, no problem. This is what you're going to do. You're going to go to thegossip.boutique, and you're going to shop online and have it shipped right to your house, okay? But if you are local, they're located at 151 West Walnut Avenue in Eunice, Louisiana. So go give them a try and shop small, support small. When you shop small, you really make an impact for families,
And that's important.
Yep. So thank you, Gossip Boutique, for being our grand sponsor.
Thank you very much. All right. So let's talk about first our daddies.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, preface this with your daddy is no longer with us.
Yes.
Mine is.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And so you have your memories will be memories. Some of my things that I will talk about are probably like ongoing things. I don't know. I just felt the need to clarify that.
Yeah.
And when I asked, I did a little questionnaire on my Facebook, and I wanted people to weigh in to see, give me some memories or things that are still happening or whatever with your daddies. And I'm like, man, this could honestly be a touchy thing for a lot of people, because I didn't want, like, you bring up good memories, but then it's painful, when your daddy's not around too.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, you feel okay about talking about
Yeah.
your daddy, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
one of the ways to keep him alive to me. Like just kind of remembering fun things we did together, or, there's other things, but
Yes.
I guess what really hurts is that he can't be a part of all of this.
Yes.
And the kids' lives. But I don't mind talking about him because,
Yeah,
he
it's
made
still-
me the gal I am today. And he'd be proud of me, I tell you.
I tell you
He'd
what.
be proud of me.
And
So-
I bet he would laugh too. I mean, you got to get your sense of humor from somebody, and I feel like
It's him.
it had to be. I mean, not that your mama's not funny, but I'm just like, he must have been a character.
Definitely my daddy. It's definitely my daddy. We he would give us nicknames and just say little silly things, or I see it so much. Like whenever I do stuff with my kids, or like just little things, and they'll just be like, "Mom, really?" I just remember my dad doing that, So yeah, no, it's fun. It's fun.
Okay.
So, but I don't know. Like, I guess one of my best memories with my daddy. This one's sticking out in my mind
Okay.
right now, and I have like 1,000 of them.
Yeah.
But my daddy and I, when I was in high school, okay, I had no vehicle. He had gotten this 1991 Mustang Convertible. Now, all my friends had, like, some of the Corollas
Yeah.
and, whatever.
Practical cars.
And, yeah, I had a 1991 Mustang Convertible.
Girl, that's because your dad wanted it, right? I mean,
Yeah, but it was kind of busted, okay? And so, like, we kind of fixed it up together, like, we put some new headlights on it because the headlights was all yellow and messed up. He showed me how to do that. We kind of worked on it together. We put a new stereo system in it.
What color was it?
It was white.
Oh.
It had the red interior, drop top.
Oh, a
Okay?
convertible?
But listen, this is not like the convertibles of today, no. Like, I had to press a button, and we was lucky if the button took it all the way back. So me and my partner, Lacey, we'd get out of the car, and then we have to, like, we have to get on top of the, make the little hook go. It was a whole deal. We thought we was the best.
I bet. I can imagine cruising around in a Mustang convertible.
Oh, listen, we took the streets in that little convertible.
Burned it up, I bet. Burned them streets.
Didn't matter. If it was freezing, you would never
You would never know.
You would never. And then one time, me and my cousin Hannah, we was going to the mall, and I thought, well, I met my cousin Hannah. She's older than me. Like, I want to be cool, whatever. Well, in my car, if it rained, the rain was coming in a car, okay? So, like, it would rain in our laps. Yeah, it was busted.
But on a nice sunny day, it was lit.
And my daddy helped me get it street ready. You understand? Street ready.
I love it.
So that's one of my favorite,
yeah.
Things that we did together, and it was just me and him standing outside. I'm sure my mom has a picture of that. I'd like to pull that out, and look at those again.
Yes.
But that was one of my favorite memories with my dad. And then when I was really young, we would ride to the grocery store, and he would blast Metallica.
Oh, rocking out.
Why not?
Why not?
And Leonard Skinner. I knew way too much about the needle and the spoon before I should have.
Oh, well, you didn't probably know what that meant, though.
No, but as a little kid, we would dance around in the living room singing it.
Oops.
Can't you smell that smell?
Oh, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God.
I love you, Daddy. I do.
My dad has always liked rock music. I don't really remember anything too crazy metal-wise, but my daddy plays instruments. He plays the drums. He plays the guitar. Probably could play the piano too. But I mean, always guitar. And he's, as long as I can remember, has had a guitar or two, or acoustic or electric or amps and all those things. And we even had, at our house in Gaydon, he had a music room. And he used to be in a little Christian band, and they would go to different little festivals and play, and they would practice in his music room and even recorded some songs and stuff. And
he didn't try to make you sing? Or did you sing?
I did, but not regularly. Like, I could carry a tune, and I even recorded some things for him one time. Like, he needed someone to sing. What is it? Whenever, like, the different, not the main vocals, but it's like the
harmony.
Thank you. He had me sing harmony on a few things. Yeah.
Oh.
And I was young. I mean, probably 12 or 13, I guess, maybe. But yeah, Daddy's always been into music, and he still plays guitar, and that's his little habit. And he can play.
We should jam. I'd like to jam and sing, and he play, and that would be fun.
You would, yeah.
You on the harmonies?
Oh, yes, okay, I will harmonize.
That would be so fun. No, Joe went. And my daughter went and saw that whole room, and she was mesmerized.
Oh, yeah, my daddy, he has a much smaller version of what he used to have, but now he still has his music room.
Mesmerized by that. She just thought that was the best thing in the whole entire world.
Yeah, that's sweet. I can remember anytime I'd be like riding in the car with him or sitting next to him or whatever, his hands would be moving like this, and he probably still does this. Like, in his mind, he's like doing chords, playing chords in his mind, and his hands would just be like that, and I'd be like, "You playing something, Daddy?" He's like, "Yeah." In his mind, he's playing.
That's so funny. My dad did that too with the accordion. Well, I said that in the in the Steve Riley one. He did that too. Like he'd play accordion on the steering wheel or like on the side of his pants, you know. And I'm like, I guess
the music's in there. Yeah.
Now Chase does that, but he don't know how to play the accordion or the
what
guitar.
He does.
But it looks like he does.
Come on.
Like he can make you believe. You know, he's heard all these old Cajun songs all his life.
In his mind, baby, he's playing it.
Oh yeah. Him and Wayne too. They are like this. You hear?
I love it.
So it's funny. You ought to notice that.
I will try to notice that.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Yeah, so Daddy's always been into music and also cars. Like he always had a fixer up something going on. I can remember being very little and him like he's had Mustangs. He's plural. He's had not a Corvette. What's the other one? Camaro. Mm-hmm. I so wish he'd have kept that Camaro. Like I look back on pictures and I'm like, Daddy, why you got rid of that Camaro? But he would, you know, the joy of it is fixing it up. He'd even he repainted them and everything, and then he'd sell it off and he'd get another one. I know,
and
but I think
like Tim the Two-Man Taylor.
Kinda, yeah, I guess, you know. Yeah, and I can remember him like putting some stuff on. He had a it was pink. He got it. It was pink. It was a Road Runner, okay? And it was pink. And he put some stuff on the paint, and it just started bubbling up. Like, it bubbled up all the paint. And I can remember, like, wanting to go scrape it, and no, you can't touch that. It's like chemicals or whatever. But like, yeah, just that's memories I have of.
Like to get the paint off of it?
Yeah, like it just made the paint bubble up.
Oh, interesting.
It was interesting.
Oh.
And he, like there's pictures of me as just maybe 3 or 4 years old, and he had an old black Chevy truck that he fixed up and stuff. So
he's fun.
Yeah, and he would take me to town and get a snow cone in that truck, and I remember that very vividly, windows down and everything. Probably didn't have no car seat or nothing back then. It was just like strap in your seat belt and go, you know. Yeah, he also had Daddy always had motorcycles too. I say always. There was when I was little, he had a motorcycle and like a dirt bike type thing. And then, I mean, my daddy, he was a manly man.
Yeah.
Like you get that, but not a macho. He was never macho. Like, manly in the best way. And I look back at pictures and I'm like, Mama, I see why you was with Daddy. Like, handsome. Like a man's man. Okay? Anyway.
That's so funny.
But
I think the same thing about my daddy.
Right?
My daddy had some guns. Okay?
Yeah.
Some guns.
Like,
and look, he had some nunchucks.
He was badass with his nunchucks.
Like Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris of a daddy.
Look, my daddy had my daddy had a frullet, okay?
Oh.
Like it was like a mullet. Okay, but not long.
Yeah.
You know, and he would get it permed.
Oh, yes, I bet he would.
It
so it would be wavy like?
No, it was curly. I can't wait for you to see a picture of this.
Oh, okay.
And he had like always a beard, but he kind of looked, you know, like
yeah,
like that type, like Chuck Norris. And look,
put a whooping on you.
You know what my daddy looked like? Toby Keith.
Okay.
Okay. And listen, not chucking around. All right.
What a man.
He was a man's man now.
I love it. Oh my gosh.
That is making me really giggle. That's
I know.
funny. Speaking of dad, let's talk about our dads.
Okay.
Let's talk about their daughters.
Let's talk about us.
Sarah, Oprah, and
Jesus Christ.
Jeez. Oh, okay. We have a little...
You get yourself together.
Okay, we have an online store, CajunMamas.com.
Yes, in case you didn't know this.
We are our Moyen sponsor this month. So we do business advertisement.
Yeah, you got to forgive us because we're just not used to talking about ourselves in this type of way. We can post videos all day long, but when we come down to it and we try to like really promote what we do, we don't know what we do. This is what it is, okay?
So forgive us. But, okay, so we do business advertisement. We do promotional videos, but we also, we offer sponsorships for our podcast, this podcast.
Yes.
So we thought we would be our own sponsor this month.
Yeah.
Because we need to promote ourselves.
Yes, we do. We want to, and we also, we enjoy supporting other businesses, other small businesses especially, and in turn, like, it's good for both of us. In other words, like, we get social media exposure by giving you social media exposure, and we support your business, you support us, and it's a good relationship.
It's
you know,
a good relationship.
so just throwing that out there. Okay, if you have a business that you think would benefit from sponsoring our podcast, and we could talk about your business the way we do with our other sponsors, please reach out. You can actually go to our website, CajunMamas.com, and there's a tab that says podcast. You can drop a phone, your contact info, and it sends us an email letting us know that you're interested in sponsorship, and we can send you the info on that. And while you're there, you know, check you out some t-shirts.
Yeah,
check you out some
coffee
mugs. We have a new addition of some hats we just got.
Oh, and they are so cute.
They are so cute. And fellas, don't worry, we working on hats for y'all too. I know right now it's pink, it's coral color and a teal color,
We
but
need a man's hat.
we working on men's hats too.
So tell us, what do you want to see on a Cajun Mama?
What
man's hat?
what would you wear? I tried to get it out of my husband, like, what would you wear? He was no help. So
What would you wear? What do you want a Cajun hat to say or have on it? What would you like to
we
see?
open to ideas, but
Yeah.
we want to cover y'all. We want to cover y'all too. So anyway,
Yeah.
go ahead and check out our website. Pretty please, we would love to have you and to give you some cool Cajun Mamas merch if you're interested. Yes.
All right. Oh, that wasn't so bad.
Not
when
that's
you
just
did
getting
it.
a little bit better. I
Okay.
got you. You got me. I
You
got
always
you.
got me. All right.
We got each other.
So we talked about our dads. Okay.
I have more. We'll come back because I have more to say.
We'll
about
say
it, but-
more. Say
You
more.
want me to say more?
Yeah, because then we
Okay.
can talk. We have other things to talk about.
Yeah, we do. Okay, so one of my favorite childhood memories with my daddy, we would talk about. Okay, we would talk about every day. We talk about, and that was when it was our time in the evening. And now let me say, I am not an only child, but my brother is almost 8 years older than me. So I mean, when he was, there was a big age gap. So I was almost kind of like an only child at one point. So I don't know. I felt the need to say that because it's not like I wasn't sharing that time with my siblings. It was just me.
It was just you.
So we would, in the evenings before bed, we trying to wind down or whatever. Now as a mama, I'm seeing why they did this, because it was a way to wind me down before bed. Before bed, I'd go in my mom and daddy's bed, which was already like a big deal because I wasn't allowed to sleep in there with them. But, you know, everybody had taken their baths or whatever. Mom and daddy would get in bed and I'd go climb up and we would talk about me and my daddy. And it could have been about anything. Could have been about the day. Could have been about, most of the time it was about Astro World. Okay, if we already talked about Astro World in one of those episodes, because that was my favorite place to go. I'd go ride the rides at Astro World. It was a theme park, okay?
That's so precious.
I know. Or we talk about the beach. I'd love to go. We'd go to the beach for a vacation or whatever. So it was always usually something just that I loved or that excited me. And we would, let's talk about, Daddy, let's talk about.
Let's talk about.
Yes.
I
So,
could see Roz doing that. Let's talk about.
oh, yeah. I couldn't have been more than 3 or 4 years old, but I remember sitting on my daddy's chest. We're talking about.
Talking about.
Yep.
Whatever you wanted.
Yes.
That's so precious.
And I had like a almost like a full circle moment before I got married. It was like, I'm kind of getting emotional. It was the week of my wedding, okay? And I realized, like, I was at home with my mom and dad, and I'm like, this is probably the last time I'll be alone with them before I marry my husband. And we were, I don't even know how it happened, but we ended up in their room, and we were all like Daddy was kind of like leaning on the bed. Me and Mama was sitting on the bed, and I thought about the talk about. Yeah.
Oh, now you got me missed.
I know, isn't that something? And thank God, I mean, my daddy, I live next door to my mom and daddy, because I wouldn't have that any other way.
You could go
I
bother
can
him
go
whenever.
see him and my mama whenever and I love just to go pop in anytime I can. And then my kids are getting to see them every day, and it's like, yes.
That's so special.
Rhea, my youngest, that's her best friend. You hear me?
Really?
Her papa, my daddy, is her best friend. She loves him so much. Anytime, like, wanting to go, who's picking us up at school today? Well, my mother-in-law's picking him up. My Grammy's picking y'all up. oh, can you ask Papa to pick us up? I'm like, she just loves him.
Loves Papa.
Loves Papa. And Bryn's the opposite. Well, not opposite, but like Bryn loves Miss Connie. She's Grammy's best friend. And Rhea just took to my daddy. And I just love to see their little friendship. Like,
That's
it
special.
just reminds me of, I was such a daddy's girl growing up and still am. Like, I could aggravate my mama and get over it. But if I disappointed my daddy or my daddy fussed, heartbroken, you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
You know, that I just could not bear with disappointing my daddy.
Get after us, man. I knew it meant business if my daddy
stepped in.
You know, my mama, I was in my mama's pocket all the time. You know, like I was always bothering my mama.
Yeah.
But if my daddy stepped in, and there was a time when my daddy, okay, I got a story about my daddy too. My daddy got hurt, okay? So, like, he worked on big air conditioners, like he worked on the Superdome air conditioner, whatever. And then he got hurt, like, on the job. So then for years, he was home, okay? And we didn't have a whole lot that Christmas.
Yeah.
One of those Christmases.
It was rough.
And my Jackie gave us each $100, me and my sister, okay? And they were like, go get something for your mama and daddy and for your family members, like your sister. Like, go shop for each other with this, okay? I don't remember. Maybe it was, some money. And she said, go get y'all some Christmas presents. We were young, okay? Like, I'm telling you, 5th grade. My sister might have been 1st grade, kindergarten. And my daddy, he couldn't get up out of the seat, out of the couch, okay? And he had just had surgery on his knee. And he was like, you know what I need? I need a Nerf gun for y'all. I can get y'all attention. Cause sometimes we walking around with the Walkman, like Isla does.
Yeah.
And so I bought my daddy a Nerf gun that Christmas, and he thought it was so funny. And look, we had so much fun, and he just sit in his chair and he shoot us
Pop
with a
y'all
Nerf
with it.
gun.
It was entertaining for him, and he was like, man, they really do listen to me.
Yeah. So, oh man, that was a good one.
That's sweet.
That's a good memory. But yeah.
Listen, if y'all watching us on YouTube, please leave a comment and let us know a sweet memory or a funny memory, or maybe your daddy's still alive, and I hope, you know, and there's just some things that he says that is like, oh, that's my daddy. You know, my daddy says that all the time or whatever. We would love to hear from you.
Yes. Let's hear what your daddy said.
Okay.
All right, we're going to talk about Chris Logan Media. Chris Logan has decades of expertise in web development, broadcasting, advertising, and graphic design. He does social media management, website design, digital marketing, text marketing. Yeah. He does just a lot of things.
Yes, and can help your business to grow and do the things that maybe you don't know quite how to do, like all this new digital social media marketing. You know, if that's out of your area of expertise, why don't you look into hiring an expert in that department?
Somebody who knows what to do.
Yes, and we know personally just what he can do because he produces our podcast for us. And, you know, anything we need, he usually knows we need it before we do. Yes. You know, it's just he's very insightful as to like, oh, try this, like maybe this will help y'all to grow in this area, whatever. If you go to Chris Logan Media, that's ChrisLogan media.com, you can look at all the details as to what he can offer for you and your business. And also, you know, you can fill out a little form and let him know you're interested to get some quotes and things like that.
Or maybe you're looking for a podcast.
Or maybe you want to start your own podcast.
Maybe you want to start your own podcast. Let me tell you what, he handles up on that portion of our social media presence because
we started out trying to do things ourselves and quickly realized this is way above our level of expertise.
Absolutely.
And let's let him handle it. And now that's why you have 3 views of us on this podcast, 3 separate shots, and the audio quality is superb and everything runs so smooth, and it's because of Chris. So
thank you, Chris Logan Media, for being our petite sponsor. All right. So
you want me to go into the Facebook thing?
Thinking you should.
Yeah. Okay. So
that would be a good time for that.
Yes. Since we did just ask anyone listening on YouTube or watching on YouTube right now to weigh in on memories of their daddy. I want to read some comments from our viewers on Facebook. I said, Father's Day is coming up and we want your input on, tell us about your dad. Tell us what he says. That's just so dad. Any stories, funnier the better, sweet moments,
we should have told
whatever.
dad jokes on this one.
Oh, man.
Why?
We could have did a dad joke episode because dads are just famous for that. They're just so good at it. Okay, so let me read you some of the things from people, okay? So Mia said, every time my dad eats something and someone says, how was it? He always says, well, it's better than a poke in the eye. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I guess.
Your nose is runny and you think it's funny, but it's not.
I read that one this morning.
That's a dad joke. There you let's see. Put the war paint on, take the war paint off. Put the war paint on, take the war paint off. He called makeup war paint.
War paint. Chase calls it that sometimes.
Oh, another makeup comment. My daddy had a thing about us girls wearing makeup. So when we would put on makeup and go to leave the house, he would stop and tell us, y'all going to the Mardi Gras? Which meant we needed to go back in and wash our face. Let's see.
Y'all think y'all going somewhere in that.
That's right. When something or someone is of no use, throw it in the bayou. When asked why he's having a beer at 7 a.m., lighten up, baby. It's the holidays.
That's different.
That's different.
Vacation time, holidays.
It's 5 o'clock anytime.
Anytime.
My daddy loved westerns and the like. When it was time to leave to go somewhere, he'd tell us to grab our hat and mount up.
Oh,
cute.
That is cute. I wonder where he's from. Guess it doesn't really matter, huh?
No, they didn't. Some of them, they didn't say where they all from, but I'm gonna say their names. I should. Okay, this is from Mandy. Growing up, it was always my job to bring the newspaper in for my daddy when he got home from work. He'd always tell me, Mandy, go out and get the paper for me. Mandy, go out and get the paper for me. I got a bone in my leg. And I'd always do it because I thought something was wrong with my daddy's leg. She said, I'm ashamed to say it took me till I was almost 30 years old to really stop and think that we all have a bone in our leg. That's such a dad thing to say.
What about whenever you say, my back hurts when you're little, and the old people, they would say, you don't have a back.
Yeah, never heard that. You don't even have a back.
It reminds me of that.
Let's see. Now this sounds like must be a Cajun daddy. My daddy told me he was sorry he was not at every one of my birthday parties because it was during duck hunting season. My true story, my husband, when we were trying to have kids, he was like, listen, we need to plan this because we can't have a birthday during hunting season or around Mardi Gras.
Yep.
I'm like, dang. We got to plan this out.
And see, sometimes it can't be planned like that.
No, it can't.
Look at my friend. She's going to have a baby for a rice festival.
And that's her Christmas.
Husband.
I know. Let's see. A lot of them were saying that daddy would take them fishing or camping a lot. You know, that's great memories.
We went camping. I take a nap with my daddy in the pop-up camper.
I don't have a lot of, Miss Carol. I don't have a lot of memories of my daddy, but one that stands out, I was maybe 10 or 11. I was trying to teach myself to dance. He had me stand on his feet and dance with me. Aww. I can remember doing that at a wedding, like standing on my daddy's feet. Yeah, that's so sweet. Turn the lights off when you're not in a room. Nathan, turn them lights off. Who's in the bathroom? Nobody. Why the lights on?
My daddy would sing, every light in the house is on. Chase does it too.
Chase does
the same thing, yeah. Because it's so annoying.
Oh. When I was old enough, my dad always brought me a cup of coffee, a morning coffee to my bedside. He would often take me hunting, even though I was a girl. I remember the last time he rode horseback. He was an old cowboy. Miss him tons. A lot of these are really sweet. going crabbing down Bayou St. John, teaching us how to pick up crabs, escape from the net without getting pinched.
Oh.
Picking up fresh shrimp from the boats on the way home and having a ball, picking and peeling for dinner. That's great memories.
That's something we should do.
Take the kids crabbing, like?
Yeah.
Yeah. We go to Rockefeller.
Yeah. I don't know how to do it. I've done it.
We
need
maybe
somebody
once
to
or
do
twice.
that with us.
That'd be fun.
If you know somebody who can bring us crabbing and that, that's really funny.
When we were, oh God.
I should go on and help you, huh?
You could. When we were up to no good, go pee-pee and lay down.
What?
That's what he would say.
What does that even mean?
Go pee-pee and lay down. Oh my. This is sweet. We're Catholic also, and my dad kept me entertained during long masses when I was little, and I would play with the clasp on his watch he wore. He wore the same watch on my wedding day.
Aww.
Those dads are so thoughtful. Close but no cigar. That classic.
Shab on you.
Mm-hmm.
Every day. He needs a wet lavette to wipe his hands while eating. Before going out, he'd ask us girls, "But where y'all going gallivant at?"
Oh, I know that
man.
word good.
Oh,
Gallivanting.
Yeah. Gallivant.
All right, I think that's the majority of them.
Bone in his daddy's. It's a bone in the leg. That's
The
funny.
bone in the leg. Dads are good at those lame jokes, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to take a second and talk about... Oh, Jesus. I'm going to talk about us. I'm going to talk about CajunMamas.com.
CajunMamas.com.
How, if you didn't already know, you can go to our website and we have a variety of cute little merch items that you might just want for yourself or want for your daddy or your mama or whoever in your
friend,
life.
birthday.
Your
You
friends.
know, we have a lot of people that like share our videos with friends, and one of my favorite things to pack and ship is like an order from somebody, but it's going
It's
to
shipping to
somebody,
somebody
else.
else.
So you know, it's like a gift, you know.
Yep.
So it's what a nice way to keep the Cajun mamas going.
And the Cajun sayings
The
and culture,
tradition,
you
the
can
culture.
share that with people all over the world. Well, all over the United States anyway, because that's where we
yeah.
ship to.
Yeah, honorary Cajuns. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think we ship somewhere. I don't know. It might have been a military base.
Still don't know how that happened. That was a miracle.
I don't know.
'Cause I don't know.
I don't know. They placed that order, but it did happen.
It did happen. So, and also, I can't believe we haven't said this yet, but you can get our sourdough starter on CajunMamas.com.
Yes.
If you have seen us any type of way making videos about our making sourdough or making things with our sourdough starter, that's where you can get it.
That was our very first thing.
Our very first product. We built the website because of Virgie.
our sourdough starter.
Yes. And that's still one of our favorite things. Like, I get jazzed up every time I see a sale for Virgie go through, because that's not just a product. That is an experience. Like, I almost feel like I'm feeding someone, you know, like, because if you follow the directions that come with Virgie, and then if you need to have some video help too, we go to our YouTube channel. It's if you search at Cajun Mamas, like the @ sign.
Mm-hmm. We have a whole playlist.
We have a playlist of sourdough videos on there to help you with your sourdough journey.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you're going to have the support you need. If you're overwhelmed or you scared to try it, don't be.
And we love getting pictures of your loaves of bread.
Yes. And I've helped people troubleshoot things, you know, issues they having or whatever. And we usually get it. And I mean, I'm saying I have a very high success rate.
Yeah,
with that.
I'm even successful. I took a loaf out the oven this morning. So
You did.
You know what? That's pretty good for me. But if you have been thinking about it, and just go. It's free shipping. Virgie ships for free.
Virgie ships for free.
And is always in stock for the most part.
Yeah.
Unless y'all really go crazy.
Yeah.
Then
We've
my
sold
friend gotta
out.
get to dehydrating quick.
We've sold out a few times, and I'm running that dehydrator 24/7 to try to catch up.
And
So
then
I
Mr.
don't
Melanson
mind.
says, "Oh, it's about to get loud." in
Mr.
here."
Melanson, yeah, my husband, he said, "Oh, there's that noise thing again, that dehydrator." Oh well, you got to put up with it.
That's right.
We got to feed our people.
We got to feed our people. So y'all go to CajunMamas.com. Y'all see all we have to offer, our merch. But definitely check out Virgie, because she's quite special.
She is special.
All right. And so we can't go this whole entire episode without bringing up our baby daddies.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that.
Yes. We have to be thankful for those daddies because they made us mamas.
They did.
You know?
They did.
And they are some special men.
They are. They are great providers.
Supportive of this.
They put up with all this.
They put up with
all of
this.
our shenanigans. Us, like, going here and there to do videos. They step up and they take care of the family, our kids.
They do.
They just.
A lot of people are always asking, "Where's y'all kids? Where's y'all kids?" They with their daddies mostly.
Mostly.
If their daddies are home and they not working, they with their daddies.
Yeah.
So, we love y'all very much, and we drag them everywhere. We drug them a few places.
We did.
We drug them to North Carolina. We drug them to Mexico.
Yes, we had to force them to come to Mexico with us. They didn't want to.
All inclusive. It was horrible. But, it's good to actually, people talk about their husbands and their baby daddies, but these are good ones.
Yeah,
we really
we
lucked
are
out.
blessed,
and so did they.
I mean, it goes both ways.
Yeah,
it does.
But they're great, and they're great daddies to our little children.
They are.
So we're very thankful for them. But we want to close out this episode. You have anything else to say about the love of your baby daddy?
I just love him.
I just love him. He
I
takes care
can't.
of me.
He does take such good care of me and our kids. Like we don't want for anything. He makes sure that we have everything plus things we don't think of. Like he comes home with little things for the kids,
He
little
does.
treats, and for me too. I'm like, feel like I'm a kid sometimes.
One time he came home with the empanada guy, and I have been jealous of that since then. I'm like, you ate empanada guy without me? And Nathan brought it home.
He brought it home. I know.
That's so sweet.
That's the benefit of him working in Lafayette, like around things.
Yeah.
He swings by sometimes on his way home and picks up things.
That's nice.
But no, he's a great provider, and he takes good care of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My husband does the things every day, goes out and leaves early.
So early.
So early in the morning.
It's still dark.
And he gets up and does it, and he never complains about it. Never. Didn't matter where he was working. He never complained about having to take care of us in that way. And he's so supportive. Any kind of crazy ideas I have, he's like, all right,
Yep.
He's so good.
Yeah.
So big ups to you both. We love y'all very much, Mr. Malonzo and Chase O'Brien. All right. Well, we're gonna end this episode with a prayer for daddies here, daddies not here, and for your baby daddy.
Okay. Yes. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Jesus, we come before you today in great gratitude for all of the daddies in our lives, all of the fathers, the father figures, past and present. We just thank you so much for the special role that you have given them, the things that you have programmed in them to be providers for their families, to be nurturers, caregivers, husbands, all the roles that you have for them, Lord. Thank you for giving them the strength to be great at these roles. And thank you, Lord, for the importance of a daddy in our lives, in our children's lives. And we ask you to give them strength, wisdom, just fill up their hearts, Lord, with love for you first, so that they can properly love their families and to take care of their families.
And feel love from their family.
Oh, yes. Yes, that's good too. And we just thank you, Lord, and we ask you to please watch over all the daddies listening and not listening. And watch over them and protect them and keep them safe.
Keep them safe.
Yes, and give them a love for you and help them to guide their families to you.
Towards you.
Yes. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
All right.
Thank y'all for hanging out with us today. We're going to take this second to talk about our grand sponsor, Gossip Boutique. This is a clothing store in Eunice, downtown Eunice, Louisiana. If you're not local to them, though, the Gossip thegossip.boutique.com.
No, not .com, just boutique.
.com.
Yep.
Thegossip.boutique.
Yeah, because I did that too. I put in .com and I'm like, that's not right.
It. Okay.
They have it set up to where it's just thegossip.boutique.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
I know, it's cool.
All right. So anyway, it's located in Eunice at 151 West Walnut Avenue. But there's, from young girls all the way up to mature women, they've got something for you, whatever occasion.
Yeah.
Let's say, like graduation,
Mm-hmm.
or, you
need an
finishing
outfit.
up, you need an outfit for something. If you're like me, you feel like you need an outfit for everything you do.
Yeah.
They got something for you, and they're going to be ready to help you. They also have a charm bar, which sounds very interesting to me.
Yes, we probably need to go check that
Probably
out.
going to need to go give that a little look-see.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know me about some jewelry.
You can make some custom jewelry for yourself or somebody that you love, okay? Necklaces, bracelets, earrings, and keychains. Just think all those little charms all laid out in front of you, and you just get to pick, and design you something really beautiful.
Personalized.
Personal, yes, yes.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and give them a look up at thegossip.boutique.
Yes, ma'am. You got it.
Thank y'all so much for being a sponsor of Coffee Talk with the Cajun Mamas. We will see y'all next week.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us on Coffee Talk with the Cajun Mamas. We hope you enjoyed your cup of coffee and our chat. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. Until next time, keep the coffee brewing and the conversation flowing.